Warning: the following video might contain some elements that may not be suitable for some viewers. Viewer discussion is advised. My name is Chris, and me and my good friend Toby go over many documents that were never supposed to be read unless you want to know hard truths or even dark pasts. On the night before Halloween, Toby had brought me a new document. When he gave me the document, he left, so when I sat down at my desk and started reading it, it started like this. October 24th. Year unknown. Hello, my name is Carl Newtons. I live in a not very big nor not very small village. I was in my house when my mother asked me to go see Tommy and gave him this book. Tommy was my mom's best friend since they were kids. When I started to walk outside the house, I saw many people surrounded someone, or something. When I went to check real quick, it was Tommy on the ground, barely breathing, with a doctor near him, as his skin was a dark brown and his skin is normally white. What's wrong with him? I asked, as no one turned to look at me. It was his wife that was tearing up as she said, "He's sick." She didn't know what kind of sickness could have done this. Tommy was sick for 6 weeks before this happened, so it's nothing but normal. Maybe his sickness is getting too strong for his own body. After a couple doctors take him into his house and laid him in bed, so they can help him further and need the space to work. After what I heard from many doctors, they said they needed help from me outside, so they call up a plague doctor. But if they call up a plague doctor, that means Tommy might have the plague, but that doesn't look like any plague I've seen. 3 days later, the plague doctor had come to our village, but his mask was orange and his eye holes was a glowing like yellow that forced fear into many children. It also forced fear into me as well. Once that plague doctor went to Tommy's house, it was silence for 3 hours. After the plague doctor came out, he left without a word. October 31st, year unknown. Tommy had died 2 days ago, and when I was outside making a birdhouse for my birds, the plague doctor came up to me with a needle. "Kid, if you inject this needle, you'll not be affected with the hallow plague. If you don't trust me, it is your loss." He said that as he started to walk away, but before he did, he dropped the needle in front of me. His voice was deep and raspy. I picked up the needle, and I didn't want any kind of plague, so I injected the needle, but when I did, I felt dizzy, and I feel played, and I think I just injected myself with the plague. The document ends. I called Toby, and he answered on the second ring and asked if I read the document, and I said yes. Toby said it never said that plague ended. And when I heard him say that, my heart dropped. I hung up. I went to my computer and researched the hallow plague, and the Bible was in bold with it. When I see the facts about it on this weird website that I won't say, it says the Carl Newtons was a boy that lived in a village in early China, and the plague wasn't stopped, but it was a rare thing in present day. I say, but I know it's still out there. But I won't stop reading these documents so I can learn more of the world I live in. Okay, so that was Halloween Plague again. This is a pretty interestingly good story, and it's a kind of almost like a refreshing Halloween type of story, since it's not about like the supernatural and other cliche stuff. This is like kind of a almost like a pretty grim story about a special type of plague, which is called the Hollow Plague, which Halloween, Hollow Plague. So anyhow, also the appearance, and also the scene with the plague doctor with the jack-o'-lantern of plague doctor mask is kind of eerily interesting, and kind of wish that the story was a bit longer, since this way is like, I think let's see, 4 sentences long, I guess, which it should have been longer, since I always kind of prefer like stories that felt long instead of like felt short. But yeah, and it's kind of crazy that possibly about the possibly like if there's ever be a play that happens like many Halloweens ago. Don't have anything else to say. Just a little bit lost in thoughts. So yeah. Anywho, I just hope you enjoyed this. The last Halloween creepypasta reading video, and happy Halloween, everyone. But don't worry, more creepypasta reading videos might return sometime this November. So just keep an eye on that, guys. So this is Mr. Freddy here, and hope you have a pretty good night. So see ya.